Hey, Tony Gaskins here, just popping in till my wife called me. We up here to the field, just dropped off our 16-year-old. He got a game today, and my wife and our younger boy on the way up here. So when she called me, I got to hop off the phone. But was sitting here thinking, one thing that I've noticed, and I want you to understand this: if you're a believer and you walking with the Lord and you living right and you trusting God, and every single day you accepting his grace and his mercy, one thing I want you to understand is you have to be okay going with God and with who God sends you, because not all the time will you have the support of other people. Your family may not support you. Your so-called friends may not support you. People may not speak your name in rooms that you're not in. People may not try to help you out or give you an opportunity. People may not try to do that because when they see you, they see the favor of God. They see that there's something on you. They see a peace. They see a confidence. Even when you are insecure and you feel unsure, God gives you the peace in the midst of that storm, and they can sense that. And this is something I was sharing with my 16-year-old yesterday. I say, when God start to bless you and if God start to give you everything, people don't want you to have nothing. So they'll try to take away from you. So my son just went to England, and he was able to go to England and train. Well, none of his teammates was able to go to England and train. None of them have that connection. None of them, didn't have that opportunity at that time. And so he was playing a game, and when they were scouting for the All-Star game, the coach benched my son and just had it like, oh, this is his rotation to get benched when you're getting scouted for the All-Star game. And at the All-Star game, that's one game that is every single scout gonna be there. So he benched my son after starting him the game before that, but then it was his time to be benched. But the game that he benched him, he started the other star players. So two of the other star players got picked for the All-Star game, and one of them, who played the same position as my son but on the other side, he scored a goal. And if the coach know that they about to be scouting, then you should give your starters, your best players, the opportunity to be scouted. And now probably when this here is over, I'll probably say something to the coach about that. But I had to explain to my son just to keep him, he seemed pretty positive and he seemed okay and he wasn't really tripping. But of course he want to be able to play in front of the scouts. And then now these games that no scouts might not be at, they probably be on the bench anyways, because it's time for the players who come off the bench to get the start. And that's just how life is sometimes. But the way they do it, they'll say, hey, well, if you got opportunity over here, or you got this right here looking at you, we need to give this guy this other opportunity. And they'll try to take and spread it out. And when it wasn't you that took the opportunity, or that it's not like you unrightfully snatched the opportunity, but they'll take and try to take your opportunity and give it to somebody else. And that's what I realized when you walking with the Lord. When you walking with the Lord, a lot of times what happen is you'll be up for a promotion and they won't tell you about it, that this job coming open, because they feel like you do so well on your job and it just comes so easy to you, and you always able to flourish and you get recognition, and it just click, and other people struggling, and they'll take and go behind your back and they'll tell somebody else about the job. They'll tell somebody else about the job and let you be without. They'll take and try to cut you off. And a lot of times what we do is we'll get upset at man because we want to see it happen. We want to see it come together, and we want to see it happen on our time. And we'll get upset with man and not realize that God already got a plan. God already gonna do what he gonna do. And the thing, and this what I'm realizing is where God gets the glory is when people could say, I didn't help you at all. And I actually tried to work against you. And I actually tried to make it so that you wouldn't get an opportunity. I actually tried to hinder your progress. They're not going to say that out loud, but they're going to say that to themselves. And then when they see you still blessed, and they're going to want, and I see that sometimes with myself as well in life. And I want you to think about it like, when your bills, when you serve the Lord and you walking with the Lord and somehow your bills still get paid, and somehow you still advance in life, somehow you still press forward in life, and when things go down, when things looking bad, when things not working out for you, and people may see that, people may see your struggle, people may see where you at, and people may see, oh, it ain't working out right now, it ain't looking good, and they think you finna fail, they think you about to go down, and then next thing you know, boom, a breakthrough happened, and they're like, how did this happen? And at some point, when people see that God moving on your behalf without them, they'll then start trying to be a part. They'll then say to themselves, I might as well stop hating because they're gonna make it anyways. I might as well do something to help so that when they make it, I could say that I was a part of their success. And so for selfish reasons, they'll start to try to help you. And you got to think about that. You got to think about that and be mindful of it. And the thing about it is you cannot have a scarcity mindset. You got to know who you serve. You serve the good Lord. You serve the good Lord. So in knowing that you serve God, one of the things that the Lord said to me is like, hold on, man. Be slow to ask somebody for something. Like, come to me first. God telling you to come to him and let him show you he is God. A lot of times we will make man our God, and we will go to man instead of going to God. See, a lot of times we do that because we are walking by sight and not by faith. But God say, come to him and pray to him, and God may use a stranger that have no relation to you, that won't hold it over your head, that won't be able to whisper about you in circles because they don't know you from a can of paint. God might use somebody to open a door or to bless you that you ain't even got the clue who this person is. And you like, what in the world is going on? And that's what you gotta give time to happen. But it take faith. And that's why you say, well, why it taking so long? Or why it ain't happen right away? Because if it happened right away, that's sight. But see, with faith, faith takes some time. Faith gonna take a little bit. So you got to understand that. So listen, I want to share this with you and just want to encourage you, you know, because this was spurred by just a thought I was having with my son, because he always, you know, been climbing up the rough side of the mountain. And then I'm blessed, and so I'm able to kind of use my favor and, you know, like that Abraham favor to be a blessing to my kids. But himself, he didn't have to fight. You know, he always get overlooked. You know, he always get overlooked. They don't like a confident black male in the space. They want you to be Yasa Master. And when you ain't got that Yasa Master energy, it's some people that they don't like that. You know, they'll try to shortcut you. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to know you. They're going to have to respect you. And God gonna make sure that you get every single thing that he has for you. So don't be discouraged when they hating on you, when they shortcutting you, when they trying to block your blessings, when they talking about you behind your back. Don't be discouraged. Don't be discouraged because God got you. Hey, this Tony Gaskins. God bless you. We'll talk soon.